GTFO is the best shooter you shouldn't play. Have I seen this video before? It's 13 minutes. I says that I have played it like part way. Let's watch it from the beginning.
GTFO, or better known as Get the Fried Onions. That's a funny looking onion. Is a cooperative, spooky horror shooter.
Man, this editing is reminding me of Maxor's editing. Are they friends? Are these two guys friends? Like, what's his name again? By Macrackle. Are they friends? Is he friends with Maxor?
With both stealth.
He's the robbing.
He's away.
What the fuck?
And long tongue mechanics. Oh god.
Yep.
That tongue do be a bit long though.
It's very long.
But
Yep, yeah, he did a fucking yeet strat. Just like, you know, from the fucking top rope, RKO with a hammer.
you might disagree. You might even hate it. Only if you don't understand it. And
Wait.
Because statistically, I've probably
Was there like a glitch in the video? Or was it like just my player? Like my YouTube player is just not doing work.
You might disagree. You might
Oh,
even hate it.
no, it's a part of the video.
Only if you don't understand it. And that's where I come in. Because statistically, I've probably played more than you.
Let's see how much you have played. Playing 5 minutes ago, all-time peak. Wait, what do you mean? You said you played more than me, but you're showing concurrent player statistics. What? What? What do you mean? Like, if you want to prove to me that you play more than me, you should show me your play hour. You want to just... What? What? Okay.
We need to get out of here
Sure.
fast. The social credit's gonna go down. Oh god!
Oh my god, dude. Why
We
is...
need to get out of here fast. The social credit's gonna
Dude,
go down.
YouTube is being a bitch.
Fox, no!
Oh shit.
Like my
So, yeah, that means I can explain it. Anyway, if you are intrigued by Left 4 Dead having very interesting intercourse with Tom Clancy, this should really stimulate your senses. If you enjoy sneaking around, avoiding intense distractions.
Yeah, he's got them butt.
So here's the thing, like I've seen a lot of people like comparing this game to like Left 4 Dead 2 and Rainbow Six Siege. If you want to compare it very easily, you can compare it to Left 4 Dead. You can compare it to Rainbow Six Siege, you can compare it to all those games because it's a slow, it has tactics, it's methodical, right? At least initially when you first play it. And you realize is that, oh wait, the AI's enemy in this game are actually really dumb and you can just basically kite and just shoot and just run in melee everything.
Crusties, dude.
Don't move.
Atomic butt crusties.
And occasionally experiencing what it's like to be a Best Buy employee on the release out of the RTX 4090. Well, Christmas is fucking arriving. And unlike the wheelchair-accessible Crucible, teamwork here is not a suggestion, but a requirement. Because this game is goddamn difficult.
Yep. I mean, it is part of the tagline of this game, like, you know, work together or die, right? But man, like, dude, the people I play with, it's like, what is teamwork? They all just run off in like separate directions and then they either get shit done or they just go and die. There's no in between, right? They either do everything right or do everything wrong.
And if you dislike people, this game will only make the problem worse.
You said it was safe!
I thought it was.
So let's begin our descent.
Oh, it's so thick. I'm going in per seconds.
Oh!
Into
That's
getting
not a good
those
idea.
funny orphans.
So this is where they breed all the Discord mods.
We start off as prisoners.
Boy, you're just
Oh man, Discord
Forced to go
mods.
into a very deep and very infested Amazon fulfillment facility. How do I know this? Well, I haven't found a single bathroom in the entire game.
You have to realize this was an Amazon fulfillment center. Have you seen a bathroom since we got here?
I mean,
That
you're
just-
wearing pants, aren't you?
I mean, he's right. Oh shit, like, dude, he understands the lore better than like most GTFO players, man. Like, there's no bathroom here. This is a fucking Amazon fulfillment center. He's spot on. Holy shit,
Wait a
That's a
minute.
bathroom in itself.
So I don't need location services
bro.
enabled.
Bro, fucking YouTube is like just fucking with me.
Bathroom in itself.
So I don't need location services enabled to know where I am. Just look around the place.
Is it just me? Or do you see like the huge amount of shit on the door?
Speaking of bathrooms, while I am a prime supporter
I
of
see
just
him
pissing your
a
own
lot.
pants, I don't know if that's the optimized option here. So what do you do in this situation? Well, your first objective after the drop
Oh shit, dude, we about to dock.
is to carry around this odd metal baby. Who is he? Well, I'm not sure. Our best guess was infant Jeff Bezos.
B1 cargo.
I am carrying baby Biff.
I mean, until this day, we still don't even know what the fuck baby is, man. Like, the lore of the baby. It was established pretty well back in Rundown 3 that the baby has like something really big to do, and it just kind of got forgot. We did something with the baby. That's it. Never got revisited ever again.
Jeff Bezos, please slam into my car as fast as you can.
Because he fits quite nicely in the hydraulic press.
He's going in the baby press.
Dude, okay, you know what? I'm changing the fucking player. I feel like Opera is absolutely like shitting itself right now. Hold up, chat. I'm sorry. I need to change to like Google Chrome or something. Like fucking Opera is dying. But before we continue with the video, a word from our sponsor. Me. Hi, I am the sponsor of my own video. If you like this video, please go and check out my Twitch channel where this reaction, was recorded live on stream. And as soon as this video went up, I will also be streaming on Twitch. I'll be playing this game. This exact game that you're watching right now. The link will be in the description below. And if you like this video, please leave it a like, give it a subscribe, and also go check out my Twitch. Hopefully, you'll find a lot more to like from there as well.
He's going in the baby press. He's going in the hydraulic press.
You have to haul his fucking overweight metal ass across the entire map.
Oh, guys, help! Guys, I'm slower than you, help me!
This isn't worth
Dude, that's literally me every single time. Like, I have to carry a fucking, like, whatever carry object you have and you can't run. Well, there's a whole bunch of enemies following me. And I just pray that my teammate would shoot them off me.
half a day off, Mr. Bezos.
There's no way around it. We've thought about the alternatives.
I'm leaving him right here, and I'm gonna set a reminder
Same.
on my Alexa. Alexa, set a reminder for 5 minutes. Kill Jeff Bezos.
Listen, if the company finds out we left Bezos alone, we are done.
I'm partnered with
True.
Twitch. I'm gonna get... This game probably has a lengthy lore explanation as to why we are the juicing jamboree.
Dude, they juiced him!
We put
Yeah,
the baby on the
the lore is there somewhere, but who cares about the fucking lore right now, man? Like, the developers, like, try to make it all big about, like, the lore, and it's just, man, can you think about the gameplay for a little bit?
spin cycle.
But I don't know the lore. Oh man, sliding. Because how
Yeah, I
do you
don't-
expect someone who barely understood the menu, I don't know what any of this shit means, to understand what made this? You see, the only thing stopping you from delivering children
Macrackle, you were on Bezos duty.
I didn't know we needed him still. Are the consciously challenged. Because if you interrupt praying for the Lord, you get fucking floored. They don't enjoy being awake. So stealth is going to be your best friend. As long as you're okay with sharing that with 3 other people. I'm sure that would never go wrong.
No, turn off your light,
Yep.
turn off your light.
Dude, he got fucking wrecked, man. I saw that. Like, dude, I relate to this.
Being awake. So stealth
This
is going
moment-
to be your best friend. As long as you're okay
Look at
with
the health bar.
sharing that with 3 other people. I'm
Hold
sure
up. Yep. Look at the fucking health bar. All right. 89. Just watch it.
that would never go wrong.
I feel this. I feel this a lot.
No, turn off your light, turn off your light. No, stop, please. Stop, please. No, this
It's
is a really
fine.
bad idea.
Yes, you actually have to
It's
coordinate
fine.
and plan out
I
sneak
do the
attacks,
same
which
thing
should
too. Just
seem
like
simple
fucking
at
flickering
first,
on and
as
off a
everyone is
light
supplied
as
with
I
a
go into a
melee
room.
weapon. And a good concussion, I believe
It's
that's the
okay.
medical term for this, should do the trick. Most of the time.
Oh,
Now,
you're using a
personally, I'm a fan
bat,
of the spear
man.
because I have
Wrong.
a thing for caveman roleplaying. But the hammer is also great because it's funny. Now, don't be too reckless because you need to pay attention to the throbbing.
Can we call it lights? Because every time you say throbbing,
Throbbing.
Whenever the sleepers are taking unscheduled nap time, you're free to move around them. But the moment they start vibing, you need to sit the fuck still, because even a little bit of movement alerts the horde. This means that you need to wait for the right moment to strike. And this can be a little difficult when you have a room full of them. Damn, this version
Yep. And you know what I do in this situation? Fuck it. We bowling. They wake up. I just go and kill them all.
of red light, green light is crazy. When do I get to run over pedestrians? All you really have to do is just not move when they're turned on.
Dude, he's in the shit
I
position.
grabbed
He's
that-
in
I
prime
grabbed that
shitting
one.
position.
And then melee all of them at the same time. Yeah, they get a bit upset if you murder their sleeping buddies. So don't do that.
So, okay, this thing about like hammering like enemies at the same time so they don't wake up, it's actually kind of tedious. And nowadays we just kind of like, oh, they wake up, well, we just go and hit them. Oh, another one wake up, oh, just go hit them. Just go hit them. Also, definitely not something that a beginner player should do as well. The hitting them at the same time is a very nice like rule of thumb for like beginner players who don't really know like how the waking system works. Because the way it works is, let's say you have a group of enemy of 4, right? They're all decently clumped up and they trying to take turns lighting up. If you hammer one of them, whether you kill them or not, and one of them lights up while you are hitting one of them, then there's a very high chance. It's not always guaranteed from my anecdotal observation, but there's a very high chance that they will just wake up. And if they scream, that's the thing. A lot of people think that just because like one of them wake up, then that means the whole room is awake. Not quite. When one of them scream, that's only then the whole room wakes up.
Speaking of making them upset, if they start chasing you, they don't stop. Doors are only
They
a
don't
mild
stop.
inconvenience to
They have wall hack. They can literally see you from like across the map, and they will chase you down.
them as they can smell your anxiety. But I don't believe they're offering therapy.
If I ever see fog in real life again, I'm gonna have PTSD.
Now, this might not seem so hard until you realize that each sleeper can throb at a different time, effectively sunlocking you.
I swear, I'd walk one fucking.
Which is actually very annoying, and I understand it. The only way you to handle this is basically use your flashlight to sync them all up. Use your flashlight, shine 360 degrees around you to make sure that all of the sleepers around you are lighted up at the exact same time. And when they all like go back to sleep at the same time, hammer something.
Footstep.
Into just sitting there and shitting your pants.
Okay, yeah, no, they didn't like me.
When you finally
Yeah,
manage
it's
to
really
assume
annoying.
the position, you need to collectively time both the weapon charge and hit, because an uncharged hit just tickles them. But to go
And that's the thing, right? Because initially when you first play the game, you have to think like, oh my god, if one of them awake, it's over. Like I said earlier, it's all about the scream. If one of them wake up, don't panic. Kill that guy and make sure he doesn't scream. As long as they don't scream, you are okay.
Going the distance turns them into a meat pinata. I will not elaborate further on what that is. Also, not every sleeper can die to a single hit, or several. You'll occasionally find tall boys that you'll
Here's the thing, right? People, when they first play this game, they don't understand this. GTFO, there is such thing as front and rear damage. Okay, it is also really weird how like the fucking front and rear damage is determined on the game. It's not dependent on where you hit the enemy. It's dependent on where your position is in relation to where the enemy is facing. So look at this guy right now, right? Let's say his head is bending down like this. If you jump from this barricade and hit this guy right here, right behind his skull right here, but because your character is on his front, the side of his front, it doesn't count as a rear damage. You have to be physically behind him for it to count. A lot of people do not know this because it's such a really weird niche specific rule for this game, and I chalk it up to the fact that the devs of this game are fucking lazy.
willing to use the power of friendship on, also known as blood force trauma. But what if there's two of them?
No.
Fuck.
Well, I have this hidden strategy called going back to the main menu. I've had enough large men in my life. This is why speaking
I need your address, your home address, right now.
and communication is key.
Man, he really has to stretch, doesn't he? He should probably go to a chiropractor.
Because one fuck up and oh no, you've interrupted independent reading time. Communication is doubly
And then once you start playing this game more and more, you realize that, oh, waking up a room is just par for the course, and you don't really find yourself forcing restart a level just because you wake up a room. You may do that initially when you first play the game, but, you know, to get to that point, it does take, like, at least 100 hours and just being hard-boiled toward the game.
important because everywhere is just darkness. I actually sometimes look at my recording software just to see better. Yeah, this game enjoys being a little spooky. And turning on the flashlight for a little too long can cause a losing state.
Holy.
Also known as death. So just don't flash yourself at any sleeper. It's not worth it.
Hey, man.
There are glow sticks that kinda help and look quite tasty.
I'm holding this glow stick like I'm about to put it in my mouth. I kind of want to.
But the only way to
what the
really fix
fuck?
this is with the bioscanner, as I personally
Ooh,
struggle
that
to see
clip
through the
is scary
void.
of the guy having a glow stick with
It
glow in
shows
his
any sleepers
face.
nearby, and it makes a funny noise. It's my favorite. Just make sure at least one person selects it in the menu, or that is a very awkward quit and restart. Now, wait, what is that red dot?
Jesus, what the fuck is that?
Yep,
Can I
that
get
guy,
closer?
the one guy that every new player came into this game would be scared of.
Welcome to the Scout. He wants to feel you. Several times, in fact. This friendly fellow has many tentacles.
Hey, see? Like, dude, this guy knows how to hammer a scout. That he's already better than most players in this game. Most players in this game would be like, oh my god, there's a scout. We gotta bring a sniper to kill him. Just fucking hammer the guy. Dude, this guy's already pretty good at the game.
Almost said testicles. If any of them touch you, he calls more friends. Oh great, just what I was hoping for. If you accidentally activate his almonds, he will begin screaming so hard that he becomes literally invincible. You cannot kill him until he is done. Your only way of avoiding this is to kill him while he hits the gritty. You can try to go for the stealth approach, but honestly that's a bit too risky.
And you know what? We all do it. Nowadays, like among the people who play this game a lot, like killing a scout has kind of become a race, or it becomes just rudimentary and they'd be like, oh, you got a scout? Cool. All right, we're moving on.
Fuck you! So my proposed solution is large bullets. Yes, this will piss off everything in the room, but the alternative is worse. Also, yeah, this game does in fact have
It depends. If you can hammer the scout, obviously that's better, right? But obviously there are times where you're much better off just shooting the scout and wake up the whole room because the scout are in such a bad position that you are much better off just waking up the whole room, but ensure you're killing the scout so that you don't have to deal with reinforcement.
have guns. You can use them. We are no longer in the medieval ages. I can finally wipe my ass. Hold on. If we've had guns the entire time, why are we bothering with the Metal Gear sneaky shit? Well,
because the game limits the amount of ammo you're supposed to use. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Now that the game it's already like, you know, past its 1.0 release, the game has actually became a lot more shooty friendly. Because now that you have a stamina system in the game, dev has to compensate by giving players more ammunition so that they don't feel so pressured into trying to have to melee everything anymore. Nowadays, if you're really good at aiming, if you're really efficient with your shots, you can pretty much shoot 90% of all the things on the map and you would still have like some ammo remaining. But back in the days, you can't do that. Back in the days, for most levels, if you shoot everything, even if you collected all the ammos on the map, you're only gonna kill like what, 50 to 60% of the map at most.
there isn't a lot of ammo to waste, as the Amazon employees are incredibly tanky. They also do more damage to us than a train to a semi-truck, so health is not
they
a
actually
nice
hurt,
supply
like,
either.
I'm good. I'm good.
One thing
I'm
about
good.
this,
I'm good.
about enemies in this game,
I'm good.
they hurt.
I'm good. I'm saving myself for marriage.
It's important to save both of these resources for the alarm sections. After enough sneaking, you'll find the alarm checkpoint, because simply letting you through is just too easy. The security system decided it had to be as annoying and loud as possible. The moment you turn it on, it will start screaming until every team member steps into the scanner.
Oh, wait. After Gore.
Once it's complete,
Dude, I understand that. Like, initially, like, everyone play this game, people just don't immediately make it a habit that they had to, like, step into the scan because it's a team scan, and they just wasted precious time. I understand it. I did this. I used to do the same, too, like, during the first, like, 10 hours of me playing this game.
it splits into multiple spots, all of which need at least one person to stand on for multiple seconds. The best part, the alarm does not stop until they are all complete.
Yep, it doesn't. It never stops.
Sleeper, or I guess now the awoken, to take a peek inside your skull.
Walmart is open.
This is the most fucked up captcha I've ever had to do. Unless you enjoy getting spat on, you're going to have to understand area preparation.
Let me point at the door.
You don't want to find yourself without protection.
All right, now we push this funny beacon.
What?
Hello, Waku. How you doing? What's up?
Before every expedition, every
How you
team
doing,
member
man?
has to choose a loadout. Now, it's not as simple as just choosing the best.
Okay, so guessing by, like, what are the levels are he's playing? Wait, how long ago was this? This was 6 months ago, right? So he probably must be either playing Rundown 6 or 7. But 6 months ago is already Rundown 2 re-release. Like the Rundown 2 alt was already released. At this point, a lot of guns are already very good. There aren't like really any bad guns. The machine guns are fine. Shotguns are good. You already have a choke shotgun. High caliber pistol was still actually really busted. Rundown 3 alt came out and Rundown high caliber pistol kind of got nerfed, and then Rundown 4 came out again. It just kind of got busted again. So if you really want an easy loadout during the time that this video was released, high caliber pistol just basically shoots and destroys everything. Hell revolver is just really good. You can just use that. These two guns, Hell revolver and high caliber pistol, and you just kill everything. You don't need to like think of any other loadout.
Expedition, every team member has to choose a loadout. Now, it's not as simple.
Also, why would you ever want to use a bullpup? I saw this guy.
I thought it'd be fun.
Before every expedition,
Like,
every team member...
Why the fuck would you ever want to use a bullpup? This gun sucks. Okay? Look, I noticed there were some people who really like it, but it's just literally a worse assault rifle. And only a slightly more damage, but it's less accurate as well. And And the reload is so long. Like, it has like a fucking like 3-second reload or something like that. They buffed the fucking reload, and the gun still feels like it takes a million years to reload. I hate this gun with a fucking passion. I don't even know why it exists in the game. Right? Bullpup slander. Dude, it sucks. Like, I don't think like real life bullpup rifles are bad, but my god, GTFO made bullpup rifles look like a gun that should be burned in hell. Aaron goes through a bullpup phase. It's a canon event. Screw them. First time I picked up a bullpup, I hated it immediately.
Member has to choose a loadout. Now, it's not as simple as just choosing the best one, but actually picking a loadout that makes sense for your rundown and your team. For example, you probably want at least
Unless you just bring out a high caliber pistol and you just basically beat the whole entire rundown.
one person to have a sniper to prevent the feelers. A thermal scope comes in handy
You can also use a high caliber pistol to actually one-tap them in the head.
when you can't see anything, and the revolver is just incredibly base. This thing
You don't really need to use the PDW for the thermal scope. You can just use the bio tracker.
is insane. It has incredibly high damage and ammo, and it's just the best gun. Honestly, most loadouts can be pretty useful, as long as you don't do something a little devious, like bringing 3 fucking shotguns.
I like hold.
Why not? Why not? That's literally what I did as well with my team. It's fine. You can bring 3 shotguns. It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with bringing 3 shotguns. The shotgun's fine.
Shotguns.
You're also allowed to bring 1 tool, which is where that bio tracker I mentioned comes in. And yes, I
You always
realized I
bring a bio
called it a
tracker, see?
scanner earlier, but I only just realized it's called a tracker, and I can't be fucked to redo all of those voice lines. If
Yeah,
you're incredibly
that's fine.
passionate about this game and very particular about the naming of certain objects, get fucked. The other tools consist of the mines, sentry, and seafoam. I will not explain what this substance is. I like having money. The sentries are the best because they're just guns that do the aiming for you, which for me is a bit necessary.
Oh my god, I can't hit it. I can't hit it. I can't hit shit.
They do a fantastic job of mowing your lawn. Just be careful because if you stand in front of them, they will light your ass on fire harder than me when I have mild sauce. Listen, I'm whiter than Wonder Bread and I can't even handle spicy nuggets. I'm very upset about it. The seafoam can be used to reinforce doors to make them last just a little longer, or make an area sticky. You can also shoot your goo onto an enemy, but just make sure that nothing is in the way.
That's the thing, right? I think we all went through that phase of like seeing a giant enemy and trying to seafoam it so that they would get completely frozen and try to hammer it. We all went through that phase. Good times.
No, the mines are not good. I'm not saying they don't work. It's very satisfying to blow enemies, but most of the time you'll get lucky to get more than a few in each blast.
Okay, so here's a trick with like trip mines, right? You only put them behind a door. If you notice a lot of wave of enemies that coming through, use the door to clump them all up and then use the mine to just blow them all up into smithereens. Like, you will kill like tens of enemies. But if you are forced in a situation where this, like, you know, it's an open area and you gotta fight a wave or something like that, and the thing about these mines, right, they don't like explode in like a giant circular AoE. Like, they only, let's say this.
Don't work. It's very satisfying to blow enemies, but most of the time
Like, see, you see these lines right here? The explosion radius is a cylinder, basically a giant circle, and it goes horizontal like this. And so what you do if you have to fight enemies in the open like this, you put a mine up high. So in case there is a giant waking up and is trying to come to you, at least the mine is blowing up the giant and not blowing up smaller enemies.
you'll get lucky to get more than a few in each blast. The sentry gun just gets a much better kill-death ratio, even if there is a bit of friendly fire. Now that you've hopefully prepped the area, it's time to learn how to protect yourself.
Sentries are
with
good.
ExpressVPN.
Especially
I'm just
burst
kidding.
sentry.
The only sponsor I've gotten is a dude that forgot to type the rest of
You
his
just
email.
woke up?
GTFO has
Okay,
many
well,
enemy types, and they
hope
all
you
share
had a
common
good sleep,
factor of
man.
wanting to
How was your
touch you
morning?
in interesting ways. The strikers move quickly and can tongue you from a distance. The main challenge is getting used to their movement.
They're fucking Naruto running. I'll show them my
Everybody says that. They're Naruto running, dude. Same thing I said too.
new jutsu. Buckshot, go.
And landing headshots.
Buckshot, Remington style.
All boys during combat are just strikers but big.
You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Jesus Christ.
And they don't care if they get no head. Whenever you see one, just use whatever weapon is the largest. Just make sure you're not close enough to smell them.
Stop.
They don't like it. There are also spitters that, you know, actually, I don't think I need to explain this one. Just get good at strafing and you can laugh at their fucked up looking faces. Here's the thing, no single enemy is going to be that much of a threat.
Hey,
against
using Hell
fast-moving
Revolver.
metal
Hell
objects.
yeah,
Most
Hell
of the
Revolver
time, they
gang.
rise when they grow in number. members. They will try to flank you constantly by literally crawling on the floor to confuse you into fucking up. Honestly, just try to bunker
Am I in
down.
Europe?
and hold
No, I'm in
angles,
Asia.
But also know when it's time to reposition, or you will forcefully be repositioned to the afterlife. Understanding strategy is vital because when the enemies start to get a little more creative, you might develop
this is
an intimate
R6? Oh, wait,
relationship
R7.
with the
Never
floor.
mind.
Now, what do you do if you're faced with creativity, but you don't have enough resources to survive it? Well, don't worry, because we
Actually,
have,
no, he's switching between
technology.
R6 and
Throughout
R7.
each level, you can find terminals that will be responsible for completing most objectives and finding consumables. This is where you need to pay attention.
What game is this? This game is called GTFO. According to this guy, it is the best shooter you shouldn't play. Have you heard of the game? I'm pretty sure you may have heard of the game. Like some content creators have like created some videos about it, but never got like super popular. You've heard of it? Yeah, that's what this game is about. That's what this video is about.
Because you actually have to type in real fucking code. Different commands can help you find keys for doors, ammo, or various items, which can be helpful, but don't have to be. What happens if you... I would recommend getting very comfortable with the system,
Terminal, just like my swamp ass.
as some levels require you to input commands while an alarm is going. You probably didn't expect to be dumpstered for just being bad at Type Racer, but here we are. Later levels like to introduce fun mechanics like fog, both plain and seasonal.
Only fog. You mean the one and only fun, not that fun mechanic fog? Because man, we never got like any other mechanic besides infectious fog.
You can't see fucking anything.
They'd be a hotboxing in here.
It's the Twitch partner lounge.
Navigating a literal hotbox
Wait, where's the ladder?
is not easy when the walls hate you.
Oh, why is it turned into a dead end? What the fuck is this?
Yes, you know, connecting tiles, reusing tiles, and it's just sometimes it just leads to a dead end.
Why is there a turn right here? Oh, I'm so angry for some reason. That's just bullshit.
So you're expected to know how to ping items.
I
or
feel
just
you,
spam
man.
buffer
I
codes.
understand the
Most other
feeling.
items are pretty useful as long as you use them correctly. However, if you ever feel insignificant in life, just remember that the lock melter exists in the same universe.
Is
as
similar?
the hammer.
Yeah, it's
there are
similar.
Also artifacts which offer temporary upgrades for your loadout, like increased sentry damage, unless you forget to bring the sentry. But no matter what items you use or artifacts you run, it's always going to come down to teamwork. This is why I stress that you need friends to play with.
Do you know where your kids are? Because I do.
They're in my balls.
I attempted some of the
Bruh.
later levels with bots, but they don't really understand.
Oh my god, dude. That
The
guy almost
developers
touched
are not
tentacles.
interested in holding your hand and tucking you in, unless if it's into a grave. The original release didn't even have checkpoints, and some of these missions can last hours. This is why I said you might hate it, because if you're not willing to understand the mechanics, you might as well give up now. But I don't want you to do that, because I think this game is pretty banging and deserves more attention. However,
I would say the same if the dev actually, like, you know, are still willing to actually improve the game. Like, this game, it is so unique. There's nothing out there in the market that's like it. It is its own genre. And I'm kind of sad that the devs has kind of like already given up on this game. I'm not kidding, because right now, like, despite having 100 employees, they are now working on like a new game. GTFO is just kind of being left on, keeping on life support by releasing older content that has been slightly tweaked. It's just sad.
I'm not going to pretend it's for everyone. But for those it is for,
it's
I
not.
think it's worth checking out. Though if you're looking for something a little more casual, my last review was on Deep Rock Galactic, which is similar in a few ways, but different in many. So check that out if you enjoy small men. Thank you, and I'll try to be a bit faster next time.
Yeah. All right, that was a good video. Oh, sorry, Moist Critical. Like, I'm not here to watch you right now, but that was good. Like, that was a good video of GTFO. I really liked it. Like, I think he nailed